Hello. It's another episode of FYI, and we're interviewing Robert J Watkins, the author of Chosen. Let me see if I can get him on here. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta make my volume straight. Hi, Toria. How are you? Oh, there he is.
Immediately. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I am great. Great. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for all that you're doing for Black businesses. And I mean, you and your team, boy, you guys are just fantastic. Thank you for being persistent.
Yeah, that's me and my team, Toya.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on with you?
Well, just being married and being a newlywed, and you got me off my honeymoon. So, you're doing something right. Yeah. So,
I asked you when you wanted to reschedule. I saw it and I was like, okay. That's why I
no,
reached out.
no, we're having a really good time. So, it's my
Okay,
pleasure. Yeah.
you could have waited. Don't blame it on me.
No, I'm not blaming you. No, we're fine. We're back in Orlando now, and
Really?
God has been good to us. So we're having a great time.
Oh, don't say Orlando too loud. That's Kent's favorite spot.
Uh-oh. Well, mine too now. I moved from Atlanta to Orlando, and of course, all my partners and friends, and they're like, "You moving from Atlanta?" It's like all your businesses here. You've been there for the last, 25 years, and obviously major property, and you've done a lot of things in Atlanta. And I said, you know what? It's just time for me to obey God, and sometimes you just have to go where your heart leads you. And so I still own property there. I still have a home there, but Atlanta is my home. My heart is here, so it's really good. So I look forward to seeing you guys when you get down here.
Okay, great. Well, that would lead me into your book here.
Okay.
Very good read. So, it says, becoming the person you were meant to be.
Yeah, yeah. For
Yeah.
me, I know
Yeah.
that's a big thing, especially for a man, and I wrote that because a lot of men, we hide, we lie, we dodge, we're full of fear. Not all of us, but a lot of us. And, we fake it till we make it, and we morph into things that um, we shouldn't be or we see. And
Mm-hmm.
and so now when a real woman comes into your life or real opportunity comes, you've been faking it for so long, you don't know who you really are. And so that's been my experience. I have a ministry called Kings and Priests, over 17,000 men. Over 100,000 men have come through my organization over the last 20 years. So I know a little bit about men's insecurities. And so when we talk about becoming the person that you were meant to be, for a lot of men, that means overcoming insecurities, overcoming hurts, past divorces, all of the hell that you've been through that we've masked over. And so we wear this mask. And I know for me, I spent most of my adult life wearing a mask. And then on top of that, I was adopted. So I don't know who my real mother is, my birth father. I have no idea. And so I wore this mask around, and so I couldn't be. I didn't know who I was, right? And so
Right.
that's why when you ask a lot of guys, well, who are you? They
Mm-hmm.
tell you what they do. They don't say who they are. They say, well, I'm an accountant. Well, I'm a lawyer. Well, but they don't know. But that's not who you are. That's what
Right.
you do, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I wrote the book. It's not just for men, but it's for, unmasking yourself to be
Mm-hmm.
the person that you were meant to be. And listen, that's the only place you can be happy. No one's happy hiding behind a mask. No one's
Yeah,
happy hiding behind it. Yeah.
I saw that part you was adopted, and that kind of was a tearjerker. And
Yeah.
then you were talking about the toupee, like you weren't scared to be bald.
Hey, listen, I started losing my hair in my late 20s. And man, that was a major situation for me. And, Michael Jordan set me free. When I started finding out that all the girls was calling Michael Jordan cute and bald, but they was calling him cute because he had money too, right? I said,
Yeah, of
well,
course, yeah.
maybe I can rock the bald head. But for a good 6 months, I wore a toupee, and it was, again, covering up my insecurities and
Wow.
not willing to be, not even to be the real person that God's called me to be. And because of that, I just was making everybody else around me miserable because I was miserable on the inside.
I can't believe that. That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. But what we do hate to see is men that's losing their hair and they try to hold on to it. Just go bald. Just take it off. Cause
I
I
know,
want
but
somebody to pull LeBron to the side, like for real.
I know, right? But that's you ask a hard thing, because
Yeah.
especially back in the day, if you had the fro. So it's an internal thing,
Okay.
and that's what I deal with.
Mm. Okay. So in the book you have 7 steps. Sorry, not my phone.
Okay.
Hey. Okay. But you have 7 steps on getting where you were meant to be. How'd you come up
Yeah.
with that?
Well, in my own life, first of all, you have to deal with your past, right, and leave it there. So my past was my mother gave me up for adoption,
Yeah.
and so I grew up just insecure, just not feeling secure. And then kids teasing me, man, you don't even know who your mama is. You don't know who your daddy is. And so that you carry that, right? I carried it into my teenage years and in my 20s. And then I get married. Now that woman there has to deal with those insecurities. So I first of all say, you know what? Let's deal with the past and
Mm-hmm.
let's get over it, and then let's leave it there. That's the first and foremost. Let's get over that. Let's get over the divorce. Let's just get over the hurt, the pain, and that's number one in my own life. And then number two, I had to figure out what is my vision. Why am I here? Right.
Right.
And so, because most of my life, I felt I was an accident, right? Like there was some guy who got with some girl and they had a baby and it was me. So I'm an accident. So no, I'm not an accident. I'm purpose. I'm supposed to be here. Now, what is my vision? And that was the second step that I had to get clarity on. And if you ask most people, what is your vision? What is your purpose? They, again, tell you what their profession is and not what their purpose is. And
Mm-hmm.
so I had to realize that my purpose is to empower people to live a successful life. I do that in books and conferences. I do that in seminars. I do it in live speaking. Everything I do that with that in mind, because that is my purpose. God doesn't make mistakes. So I always say start there. And then number three, once you understand, get clarity on your purpose, now it's time to put a plan in place. This is where a lot of people fall down. You need to have a 20-year plan. And
Mm-hmm.
most people, they don't know how they can't even plan for next week, let alone for the next 20 years. And I tell people, if you don't have a plan, you have no peace. And so if you look at the top 3% money owners in this country alone, they all have one thing in common, a 20-year plan.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what those are the first three areas where I say to start to put yourself on the right path.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was something that I wanted to ask you. Like, with your past of being about, like, where did you even start to think? Because I know our parents and then our grandparents, they didn't teach us stuff like that, as to have a 20-year plan or a 5-year plan for that matter, or trying to get savings to retire, 401k, and you know saving money, invest in real estate and all that kind of stuff. So like, where in the world, because I know you was talking about in the book putting yourself in the right places. So like, where did all that come from? Like, did somebody
Yeah.
teach you, or you just taught yourself and was like, I'm sick of this? Like, what happened?
Well, I was like a lot of people. I was living in what I call holy frustration, right? Where you're making money, you have a house, but you're not satisfied. I call that holy frustration. It's like you should be happy, but you're not,
Yeah.
right? And that's kind of where I was. And so I spent some time in investment banking and on Wall Street, and I was hearing pitches, kind of like Shark Tank. And I was seeing guys who didn't like us, white guys, essentially. They were getting big money invested into their businesses, 5 million, 20 million. They go to lunch and close a $40 billion deal. And they're no smarter than you and I. Absolutely no smarter. In many cases, smarter than them. So I was seeing this. And the only difference between them were two things. Number one, they had a relationship. But number two, they had a plan. And they had a plan that was clear that somebody could follow. And it was based on theory, was based on what they thought the future was going to be. And I said, I can put together a plan. I can do that. And so my real estate company and my consulting company, I put together a plan, and things began to happen because now I had to get out of vision, because a vision by itself can't pay any bills, right? So everybody, the banks, my family, investors, everybody was asking me as a leader, dude, what is your plan? Even my fiance, now my wife, was asking, dude, what is your plan? Where are we going?
Yeah.
Everybody's asking me for a plan. All right. So if you don't have a plan, you really don't have too much value, to be honest with you. Okay. That was real talk that I had to have with myself, because I can't lead someone else if I can't lead myself. I couldn't expect someone to invest $5 million into my company if I didn't have a $5 million plan.
Yeah.
I can't expect to lead, my family if I don't have a family plan. So that's where I understood the difference between those who have and those who have not. In most cases, was that plan. Yeah.
Okay.
And I learned that from my mentors. I've had some great mentors along the way. And again, they all had a plan. They had a plan. And that's all they talked about. And they were obsessed about it. And that was the key to their life.
Yeah. Okay. That is crazy. Well, so when you decided to transition to the next level, what was that motivation like?
We say the next level.
That's what you talked about in your book. When you talked about transitioning to the next level, what made you decide to do that? Was it a place in your life that made you decide to do that?
Well, when you get fed up being on the level you are, when you get fed up being a scrub, when you get fed up being broke.
Oh my God, not scrub.
Yes, I'm a 60s baby. Scrub. When you get tired of being broke, when you get tired of being broken, when you get tired of being just on the same level, most people don't get to the next level because they haven't defined what the next level is. So when it shows up, they don't recognize it. They can't take advantage of it. So wherever you are right now, I would just say to your viewers, define what that next level is. So when it shows up, you're preparing for something, right? No company gets to the next level on its own. Success doesn't just show up at your door. It doesn't just happen. You've got to put your foot on the gas. You got to define it. You got to write it down. I love what Habakkuk says in Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says to write the vision down. What was he talking about? Write down the next level. And then it says, so that he that reads it can run with it. Well, those are your employees, your volunteers, the people that support you. And, I ascribe to, again, what the Bible says is that without a vision, the people perish. So I had to realize that there are some people that needed my vision. There were some people, they would die without my vision. And the best thing we can do for another man is give him a job. And that's where it started. But for me, what motivated me was just tired of being broken and tired of being on the level I was in because I couldn't help anybody because I could barely help myself. And that's where I was. And
Okay.
so it wasn't until I put these principles in action that I started seeing great results.
Okay. So you have more than just chosen, right?
Have chosen, I have a one of my best sellers is called Never Chase a Paycheck Again.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's a good financial book. It's written in many different languages. And I have a book also called How to Hear from God. It's a spiritual book because I just believe that is just the source of life right there.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And it was someone that wanted me to ask you, were you still doing like coaching? So with you being in
Um,
Orlando, are you still are you still doing coaching?
well, I have something for men called The Rise of a Man, and it's just for men. And so, because I believe that I know I'm coming to the women. I'm coming. Me and my no, you can't leave now. You can't leave because my wife,
Okay. Okay, that's
Reba.
good then.
Okay, so of course, she has Women at the Well. She's been in women's ministry for the last 20 years or so. So we're going to be tag teaming here. But the Rise of a Man is the mentor program. But through my consulting company, for those who are in business, I do take on a select few clients. But I have a team. I have a team in marketing and sales, consulting, logistics. And I think we have one of the best teams to help take businesses to the next level. So I think that's where kind of you and I kind of met is that being in my building, but my consulting company, we do extremely well. We have finance entrepreneurs. We just take them to the next level in the area of business growth in technology, real estate, hospitality, technology companies, other consulting companies. So all those entrepreneurs that are out there that need help, we certainly can help them.
Yeah, I had no idea when I met you at the center. And then, of course, I started researching you when I decided I wanted to interview. I was like, oh my God, this man does a plethora of stuff. Like, it's just crazy. So, I mean, after all that, what kind of goals are you trying to accomplish now?
Well, I think for me, just trying to help people be better. And first of all, starting with Black entrepreneurs, right? Um, it's amazing that Black women are the number one. Um, they start businesses more than any other demographic. My oldest daughter just graduated from Wellesley College today, which is an Ivy League school, and there's more Black women on college campuses than Black men.
Hmm.
There are more Black women, this is amazing, in the workforce than Black men. And Black women are about to exceed the financial revenue income than Black men. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on Black men. And for many people, for many Black men, the, we have a natural entrepreneurial spirit. It's natural, right? And we have a naturally, and I believe that the number one need for women is security. And
Hmm.
when we do what we're supposed to do, when we have our own, because at this point in my life, it's all about legacy, right? And it's legacy from my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter just graduated from high school and she's starting Georgia Tech this fall.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man, my
That's
girls are
awesome.
showing out. They are,
Very much
man. They
so.
are. But it's good because they should be greater than our generation, right? They should be
Yeah.
smarter. My
Hmm.
oldest daughter is she just graduated with in computer science. My youngest daughter is going to school for chemical science. Go figure. Right.
Wow.
So the point is, who are they going to date? You know,
They better be awesome.
they better. Yeah, they better be. Uh, so, and I know. Listen, there's the millennials out there. They're doing great. My little guys, man, they're focused. I know who they are. Um, so my job, my goal is to help raise up 500,000 brothers who are wealthy, strong, spiritual. They're leaders. They're entrepreneurial, and they got their ish together, and they are absolutely doing what they're supposed to do. So that's my first goal. And I married a wonderful, wonderful woman to partner with me, and so she's going to help to strengthen the women even more. So we've got
Good.
some great things. So stay tuned for Robert and Reba. We're coming out with something great.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to interview her as well. So,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, that's gonna be a lot. And you're gonna be doing that all the way from Orlando, or are you gonna be back and forth?
Yeah, so I still have, well, the conference center is still there. And by the way, those who want to do events, I know you guys have been doing events there as well. Thank you so much for bringing events to the conference center. Which shameless plug, 120 Ralph McGill Boulevard, downtown
No, that's
Atlanta.
not a shameless plug.
Come on
Because
down.
I've been telling people as well, and I have a friend that's actually an event planner, and I told her, to be on here tonight, and to if she needs to talk to you about doing events there, or talking to Kent as well if she needed to. But I told her the main person was you, so.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, Kent, you and Kent, man, you guys can handle it. Um, but yeah, but it's myself and one other partner. His name was Rajiv. So we bought it what, I guess a year and a half ago now, maybe 2 years. Wow, gosh. So we're really just getting started. So we appreciate that. So no, I'm back and forth, but my home here is Orlando, and but we'll spend about a week or so, a month or a quarter there in Atlanta.
I don't even know if Kent knew, because when you said it, he kind of peeked around the corner like, "What?"
Oh, he didn't know I got married?
Well, he knew you got married because I told him. But
Uh,
as far as you being in Orlando, he was kind of like,
well, he's a golfer, so I know he needs
mm-hmm.
to come down and see me. So
Oh,
absolutely.
we've been to Orlando plenty of times, and Destin, and Panama. So I mean, he's played in tournaments and stuff down there. So I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he'll call you and keep in contact.
Good. I
But
look forward to that.
so how can someone get in touch with you as far as getting these books and
Yeah.
um, consulting? I mean, I pulled up for people that want to see. My
Good.
phone
I
acting up.
appreciate it. Yeah. So that's by if they go to robertjwatkins.com, click on store, you'll see all my books there. For those who are entrepreneurial who need a business plan or just consulting, you need a social media plan. Even we do broker about $15 million in small business loans for those who are, yep, there it is. For those who are trying to get to the next level entrepreneurially, they can go to conquerworldwide.com, CONQUER worldwide.com, and they can definitely get information there as well on all of our financial products. And but I always say an educated entrepreneur will be a successful entrepreneur. And so I would say get the books first, and then give us a call, and we'd love to.
I may need this one, or I need to give it to my nephew. Invest in real estate and saving bundle, and then you
Yeah.
also have find your soulmate. I didn't see that one.
Well, hey, listen, I found my soulmate, and I own commercial real estate, so I'm actually doing what I teach. Well, I just believe that every African American should own at least one piece of investment property,
Right.
especially in our generation. If every
Mhm.
one of us owns at least one piece of investment property, the next generation will not have to start off in the hole like many of us did.
Well, one thing that I admired, or liked about what I saw here, is that you are trying to pass on, even if it's not your kids, pass on information that someone can pick up and run with it, and even they can get in contact with you. I mean,
Yeah,
because we have a lot of people that they won't even help anyone, or step them up to the next level, or pass on any information. And so when I really started diving in and looking at everything that you do, I was like, yeah, I'm glad I'm going to interview this guy. So
yeah. Well, that's my
yeah.
heart, and that's my purpose. And no one cares about what I have. I mean, nobody cares about what I drive. What people care about is what can you do for me? How can you serve my vision? And that may sound selfish on their part, but I get it because somebody had to help me. And so I'm here for every person who has a vision. If you have a vision, if you want to improve your life, then man, we can get into a relationship and I will do everything that I can do to help you. I promise you. And I want you to own real estate. I want your business to be successful. I want you to fulfill your purpose. I want you to be happy and fulfilled. And then when it's time for you to go home and be with the Lord, you can leave something of substance behind other than debt. You
Right.
can leave something to help this next generation. And that's what I'm about.
Good. Wonderful. I think that was pretty much it for me. I mean, because I think we've covered almost every question that I asked, that I wanted to ask without even asking you, really. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, yeah, we've covered almost everything. So,
Okay.
other than that, you can go to robertjwatkins.com, pick up his books. Some of them are people that like Amazon. He has his book on Amazon as well. And like he said, if you need to do an event at the Concord Center,
Conquer Center.
okay, you can get in contact with him, maybe, or I guess you can't. But
Well, I can get, they can get into, let me give you my office number, which is
okay, good.
888-526-1118, 526-1118. And man, we're hands on, right?
Okay,
And so we're not so big that we can't talk to people.
okay. Well, no, I
Right?
was just saying that you're busy right now. I mean, because you're on your honeymoon. When all that's done, then maybe another week or so, everybody can call and get
Yeah.
in contact. But yeah, that's
But yeah,
that's what I meant.
but we have a team, and I appreciate you being sensitive. But we have a really good team. So if they call, give us 12 hours. We'll call you back. We're pretty good about that.
No, I mean, if I know you were still out there on your honeymoon, because that's what I want Kent to separate when we get ready
Oh,
to get married. Don't do all those
don't
business
be doing
calls and
this.
stuff like that.
Okay, don't be doing
No,
this.
no,
Okay, okay,
no. So I
okay.
hope she's not mad with me. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, we're
That's why I
fine. We're
tried to give
fine.
you a little bit more time. But
Yeah.
okay, good. So maybe we'll do a follow-up interview. Go down to the Concord Center. If you have an event going on, let me know. I have been going live for anybody that wants to have me come out, going to their event space and going live. So I do that as well. But
Okay.
I thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in and talking to me, and you on your honeymoon.
Well,
So
okay. I'm not. Okay. I'm kind of officially off, honey. We got married 4 weeks ago. Okay.
okay.
So, but we were supposed to do this 2 weeks into the honeymoon, and that definitely wasn't going to happen. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I want to make sure I'm starting off being a good husband. You get me in trouble with us. So, but no, I got permission. I got permission to do this. Okay.
Oh, well,
So
thank you.
I'm gonna stay married. Listen, I was married before, but this time I'm gonna stay married.
That's right.
Okay. I got a
That's right.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman of God. Wonderful woman. She's everything I could ever dream.
And she is very
And
pretty.
she's extremely beautiful inside and out. I couldn't ask for anything more in my life. And so, I was like a lot of brothers who maybe did it the first time. I said, you know what? I already did this once. I'm not doing it again. And the Lord said, no, I got something for you. And so we got a story to tell, and it's really good. So I'm
That's
glowing right
wonderful.
now because when I leave from you, I'm going into her arms, and
Good.
it's good. It's good. So
All
Ken, if
right.
you're listening, brother, I'm doing the right thing, man. So follow me.
Well,
You're okay.
it's funny that you said that because that was the same thing he said. I'm not doing this again. Okay.
Yeah, right. It is not good for a good man, to be alone. So,
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, y'all have fun.
all right. Thank you.
Whenever you come back.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye.
Bye bye.